How's it going, everybody? RazingHel here, and today we're back with another episode of Stronghold Legends Steam Edition, playing the single-player campaign, and today we're going to be finishing the Ice campaign. We're on chapter number 6, Janibas. Apparently, the voiceover here doesn't work in the Steam Edition anymore, so I guess I'll read it. Few things frighten those who are inclined towards evil as much as the prospect of dying, because nobody knows whether those they have wronged in life will come after them in death, and Janibas had wronged a great many. As the sorcerer skulked back to his palace, he summoned up every inch of power from his previous amulet to protect himself from the onslaught he knew was coming. Whether darkness or light prevailed, this would be no easy fight.
Prying Janibas out of his fortress will be the hardest challenge that we've faced so far. It will be like trying to get a hibernating grizzly out of his cave, only 100 times more dangerous. It looks as though there are several ways to reach the sorcerer, but I'm willing to bet my boots that he'll have a surprise in store for us no matter which route we take. Dietrich and I will both be with you for this one. I'll not let my son grow up in a land where such an evil creature is allowed to live.
Okay, we're playing on the hard difficulty, so let's get started. So as you can see here, a brief overview of the map. There are 3 different paths, and then we have the final assault at the castle. So let's get everything moving here. I'm going to grab my pikemen and send them up front as well. Not going to be all that articulate about how I do this, to be honest. The pikemen and the swordsmen are going to take the longest to move, so I'm concentrating on them at the moment. I think I would just bind them after all. I don't really want to select them every single time. And let's get the archers up here to help. I might do some more binding, as a matter of fact. A lot of diverse troops here, so bind that too. Okay. Advance number 1, advance number 2.
Sire, the path to the Dark Palace splits 3 ways here. Which route shall we take?
Yeah, so it's a good question. We're going to take fire regardless of which direction we go. I'm going to pull these troops back a little bit. No matter which path you take, you're going to take a good amount of fire from the center lane. I'm personally partial to taking the route by the dragons because they're a known quantity. Let's see if we can get my troops past here without their horse. Though, okay, we're gonna lose both of our horses. Doesn't really matter that much. I have enough honor to replace them, but still. Okay, the dragons are coming after me, so I'm just gonna run them over here to safety. And now we're going to use the age-old tactic of strafe running around here and getting the dragon from behind. No! Keep moving. Okay, move back over there. As you can see, with both of them on the job, it'll be done relatively quickly. There we go. That dragon is down, and now we can actually start moving the rest of our troops. So tell these pikemen and swordsmen to go there. They'll help block off those werewolves, and then we'll get the rest of the troops moving along here. And as the Ice Queen goes by, I'm going to try to freeze this stuff. She's still moving, so... Okay, we're just going to have to leave it at that. Okay. Oh, dear. The Queen. I don't want the Queen to get shot at too much. The rest of my troops are all safe. That might have ultimately been the easier route. I can't honestly say. Those werewolves deal a lot of damage, no kidding. Okay, kill the werewolf. Jeez. The thing is, the werewolves, they deal a crazy amount of damage as long as your troops are walking away from them. But the minute that you actually start engaging the werewolves, they have so little armor, they just go down like you wouldn't believe. Even to ranged units, you know, they might have the attack strength of, say, a swordsman, but that's not really what you're going to be getting in the end. So we still have a few of our swordsmen stuff left. Set them up here. Hopefully they'll get within range before too many of these Saxons bother me. The Ice Queen is dealing some pretty good damage here by freezing them, which means they can't actually attack me. We do have a problem over here with those crossbows, though. They will mow down a lot of my units if I'm not careful about how I do this. So, actually had not anticipated this prior. We don't have any fast troops aside from the 2 lords. I guess I'm just gonna have to rush in with my pikemen and stuff. As soon as the queen gets within range, I want her to start shooting. By freezing those units, we're going to save ourselves from a lot of grief here. Okay, that's most of all of it. Just those 2 groups of macemen left there. Let's bring up the rear here. And get those pikemen and swordsmen moving again. Okay, the macemen are going to be engaging them. I'm just going to freeze everything here. Have the power, might as well use it, right? It's already recharged. Because I'm playing it on speed 90, so things are happening relatively quickly. Aggressive, turn it to aggressive, everybody fight. I think that was the problem before with the werewolves. I did not actually have my troops set to defensive, so they weren't defending. So that was regrettable, all in all. But I think I've figured it out now. Yeah, those archers there apparently can hit my troops. Not entirely desirable. What I'm going to do, I think, is run one of these lords up here. So they're going to tank for that, and we also need the polar bears. So I'm going to run one of the lords up here. They're going to tank for these bats, and then we're also going to, well, hopefully it will deter some of the archer fire. Divert some of the archer fire away from those polar bears. And then we're going to start moving the rest of these troops up. Interesting that they have to go around that little bluff there. So the polar bears are taking the tower down relatively quickly, and there it goes. Okay. We don't want to be taking archer fire from the final castle. Yeah, we're losing quite a few of our crossbowmen to archers here. All in all, the center path might be the best. I mean, it doesn't look that great. But when you consider how many troops you're going to lose otherwise, it might end up being the best, because you're going to lose them anyway to getting fired on the entire time you walk by. Like the briefing says, there is no perfect route. Some are easier than others, and I think the center one might be the easiest, despite its, on the front, a rather deceiving appearance of being harder given the number of troops. So you lose them to attrition otherwise, right? Because you're just walking by, and yeah. No perfect way to do it, right? So, now what we have left are the walls themselves, and this is going to be a little bit tricky because we want to get these crossbowmen and archers killed as soon as possible. So, what I'm thinking is giant maybe, plus the polar bears. Let's slow this down a little. Slow. I see my archers are firing at crossbowmen. Okay. I thought I was being fired at. Okay, I want to get the Ice Queen moving over there. I want to get the polar bears. The pikemen and the swordsmen need to start going over there as well. Not that we have much of anything else left. And I'm going to speed it up a little bit here. 40. It's a little bit better. I understand it's not going to be quite as cutthroat as before. And then we're going to get the polar bears going. And Hildebrand and Dietrich are both capable of withstanding this sort of attack. And then hopefully... Once I get within range of the walls, I'm spawning the Ice Maidens down to help distract the archers from some of the damage. Polar bears, whatever's left, try to take down some of those walls. And as soon as we're in range for the freeze ability, I'm going to use that. Okay. Get the Frost Giant, we need to smash these walls down with that. So, the Ice Maidens are all dead. Except for one, but okay, they're still attacking. Get the tower over here. And back the rest of these troops up away from the fire. So that it's not going to be as much of a problem. Okay, that polar bear's tank is distracting, hopefully, a little bit for the rest of my troops here. Let's remove this last piece of wall. Hey, I wonder if we can actually do it this way. No, apparently we're attracting some archer attention. Okay, let's bring the rest of these troops up. No, no! Fortunately, he's pretty fast, so it's not gonna be a big deal. He can pretty much stay out of range of the fire. Whoa, that's really close. Look at that fire. No, what are they doing? Get out of the fire range. Okay. How are we gonna approach this last bit? See, the problem is Janibas is on this tower right there, and to get on top of that wall, we have to get to the stairs over here. And there's some macemen in the way, and there's some archers there, and some archers on the keep. Not that much of an issue, really. So I think what I'm going to do here is advance the queen to the wall once again. We don't have to keep her alive. Then we get the archers going over here. As a matter of fact, just advance everything at this point. If it's fast, they'll get there much faster, and then we'll be the better off for it. Hopefully, oh, okay, those, yeah. Haha, we probably don't want them doing that. What I should have done here is distracted my units. Distracted Janibas with some units over here. Maybe? Okay, not good, not good. Okay, this is really going badly. I don't like this at all. So here's the thing. I'm pretty sure he will aggro onto the Lord exclusively. So if we get a Lord over here who can withstand some fire, that's what I'm going to do. And then hopefully they'll distract for the rest of my army, for what's left of it. I understand I took a lot of damage there unnecessarily. But hopefully the Lord will distract for the majority of it. Okay, now that he's distracted, let's get them moving again. Hey, you can't shoot through walls. That might actually be a valid tactic. I'm not sure. Get the frost giant to start taking the walls down here. The rest of these units, be aggressive. Head in, take the crossbowmen out if at all possible. Yeah, so distracting them is going to prove pretty effective right here. Okay, we can't have that. Okay, get out of here. I don't want the giant to go down. Set everything to aggressive. Keep moving. We're losing more troops here. Head in. Take the wall down, giant. Please take the wall down. Do not be distracted by all this other meaningless stuff. My lord is going to be able to take care of many of these macemen, so I'm not too concerned about that. But, wow. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit gimmicky about how I'm treating this fire here, that he's just shooting through the wall the whole time. It doesn't seem like a valid strategy to me. I don't think that's supposed to be possible to happen. Maybe? Oops, I selected my frost giant again. Get back over here. So, now that that's all taken care of, we're going to go ahead and get rid of these crossbowmen. Keep my troops moving along. We only have the slow ones left. All my fast units are dead. Keep focusing that giant. I hope to knock the tower down. That might make this easier. Get rid of these crossbows. And send the swordsmen into the keep, as well as the pikemen. Let's get them all going. We don't have many units left at all, that's for sure. Okay, refocus here on the wall. We're getting close to the tower. Overall. I could actually speed this up a little bit, I think. Not a whole lot's going on. Okay, now we can finally target the tower. And my units are in the keep. I wonder how that's going to go. Yeah, the tower is going down relatively quickly. I'm going to buy... Who is this? Hildebrand. I was going to buy him a horse. Oh! He fell through the wall and died when I knocked the tower down. I guess I didn't have to capture the keep after all. So, I wish I'd done that a little bit differently. Pulling my units back through the fire was not a good thing. It ended up wasting a lot more troops than I needed to, but in the end, you're not graded on the number of troops you have left, so unlike Stronghold HD, I'm not too worried about the end result here, or minimizing troop losses, all in all. Oh, we captured the keep. Just sank right through the floor, huh?
With Janibas gone, the land returned to a peaceful serenity, and Dietrich was free to marry Queen Virginal. Let him have his happiness for now. There will be many more adventures for Dietrich. The gods are not finished with him yet.
Okay, well, that pretty much sums up the Ice campaign for Stronghold Legends. It was a great deal of fun, but we still have one campaign left, the Evil campaign, that I will be focusing on next. So stay tuned for that if you're still interested in the game. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, as always, and I hope to see you next time.